So last week I sort of went through how you would attack the level 24-star Arc or Nemesis Titan, mainly aiming at new players. And I sort of said at the time that I'm not sure what level we'll be able to beat that level 24-star Titan. But obviously as soon as I could do that, I would let you guys know. And so the catch-up bundles, the first one came out a few weeks ago. Bought that to try and get him ahead of the curve because I really do think this is going to be the best Titan in the game. I really do think that. And then the second catch-up bundle was posted earlier this week, I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Tuesday. And so I leveled my Arc up to level 12. And I have enough spark from 13, but I thought I want to try it at 12 first. And if I can't do it at level 12 and get nowhere near, then I'll try 13. And I literally got it on first attempt. And no doubt, listen, it was close. But if you go back to when it was Scorponok and Fort Max, very similar. It was very, very close. At a certain level, and as you upgraded, obviously it got easier and easier. So use the same premise, what I used with every other Titan Assault before. But I probably even found this a bit easier and a bit lower level. I think I did it around 14 against Opmax and Scorponok, but did it with level 12. So I'll sort of show you guys sort of how I did that, and I'll go through my setup of my Titan as well. So as I sort of said in the last replay, you're pressing around the bottom section, just to try and sort of get him as far back as possible. See them edging up, and you see, look, he's right off the map. He's so far back that it's, almost off the map. This is how far you got to get him back, as far as possible. And so you can see there, use the rocket ability first, then use the fist ability next, do some damage, and then use the acid ability. Now the key point of this is, what I've done is I've loaded my Arc up with fire abilities because it goes with the acid and does more damage, I presume. All I know is that the way I've set it up, with the thought in my head how it would work, has worked. You're welcome to try it other ways without the acid and fire, but I feel like it worked better anyway. Before I had the fire ability at level 12 to put on him, I left like a third of health. Someone said like they got to the S on Nemesis, so quite a bit away. But when I put this fire ability on and went up one more level, it seemed to go up like a quarter more damage overall the battle. So you see there, it's quite even at this point. And at this point I was like, I might do this, I might just not. It's going to be a close one. This was like, right, I really need to concentrate. And you can see there, as soon as the emblems are coming up, I'm using them as fast as I can. I want to limit that time between using them. So don't rush, don't fast forward it, guys. You see there, look, using it as quick as you can. Literally just spamming these abilities as soon as it comes up. So at this point here, you can see, again, very, very close using the rocket ability. And at this point now, I think I'm actually losing. I'm actually behind maybe slightly. But again, it's this acid ability that seems to do the huge amount of damage. If you watch his health now, the acid ability comes on, then the fire passive, whatever you want to call it, seems to do there. Look, you can see a lot of damage comes from that acid and fire, I feel. And I feel like that really got me the edge. At this point now, I'm thinking, I might actually win this. This is really, really close. And you see there, I just beat him, and then just about beat him. So my setup for my Titan. So again, you can see I've gone with fire. I've put as much fire in him as possible, along with that acid attack. So I've got acid there, dealing obviously acid, and that's damage surrounding enemies, but just basically acid. And you can see there, I've given him the range damage increase. Want to keep him back as much as possible, which so does more damage. I've given him the melting beam, which does 1,800 1,854 fire damage to a single ground target over 5 seconds. And I think personally that was the difference. I felt like that was the big one. Having that do damage with the acid. Before that, I did have the attack ability where it fired 8 beams, but I felt like maybe not all 8 beams were actually hitting the one Titan, and so doing less. And I felt like the fire beam did a lot more. Obviously, we've got 30% damage reduction from melee damage, so when you do get close, reduces that damage down. And then we find they've got a fire beam that hits target 3 times every 12 seconds. So as it goes around, every 12 seconds. And then these are just obviously range increase and reduction in damage. So I feel like this is the setup of the minute to do really well. Level 12 Arc or Nemesis with this setup does really well against the 4-star level 20 Titan. Go and try it, guys. I hope it works for you. If it does, hit me up and say, you know, yeah, Wozza, worked for me. If you go and do it and you do better than me, where your Titan actually survives, let me know what setup you had. I can show it in stream and say, listen, this is maybe even a better setup. I could try it myself next week and I'll let you know if it works better or not. Maybe give some kudos. So go and try some variations, but I would definitely suggest trying the fire and acid together. Seems to work really well, guys. Good luck beating that Titan.